Welcome to this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on work, poverty and welfare, looking at the impacts of alienation. Alienation is a concept that was originally developed by Karl Marx and refers to a sense of disconnection, estrangement or separation experienced by individuals from themselves, others and the products of their labour within capitalist societies. For Marx, alienation was a necessary product of creating a docile and subservient workforce that would not challenge the authority of the ruling class. Alienation was a result of the process of de-skilling workers, removing them from their true purpose and their ability to find satisfaction in their labour. Marx identified 4 different types of alienation in his work. Firstly, the alienation from the product of their labour. Workers in capitalist society, according to Marx, experienced alienation from the products of their labour as they had little control over what they produced and how it was used. Instead, the products of their labour became commodities exchanged in the marketplace, disconnected from the workers' creative input and personal fulfilment. Research has shown that workers who have little say in the design, production or distribution of goods and services feel a lack of ownership or pride in their work, leading to feelings of dissatisfaction, disillusionment and disengagement. The second of Marx's forms of alienation was alienation from the process of labour. Alienation can also occur when workers have little autonomy or control over the labour process itself. In capitalist workplaces, tasks are often divided and specialised, leading to repetitive and monotonous work routines that offer little opportunity for creativity or self-expression. Researchers found that workers who are subject to rigid and standardised work processes may experience feelings of boredom, frustration and powerlessness, leading to decreased motivation, productivity and job satisfaction. Marx also examined alienation from others, suggesting that alienation may also manifest in the form of social isolation or estrangement from others in the workplace. Competitive and hierarchical organisational structures can foster a sense of rivalry, mistrust and alienation among co-workers, inhibiting collaboration, cooperation and solidarity. This also had negative impacts on class consciousness, according to Marx. Much research suggests that workplace environments that are characterised by interpersonal conflicts, lack of social support and feelings of alienation can have negative consequences for workers' mental health and well-being, contributing to stress, anxiety and burnout. And finally, Marx looked at the way in which work can lead to alienation from the self. Alienation reflects a profound sense of estrangement from one's own humanity, creativity and potential, according to Marx. Workers who are alienated from themselves may feel disconnected from their intrinsic desires, that is, what motivates them, their values and their aspirations, leading to a sense of existential emptiness or meaninglessness. Research has suggested that the impacts of self-alienation on workers' psychological and emotional health highlights the importance of promoting conditions that foster autonomy, self-expression and personal fulfillment in the workplace. Research studies into the conditions of alienation include Hackman and Oldman's 1976 study on the psychological well-being of nurses in the UK. This study examined the relationship between job characteristics and psychological well-being amongst nurses. The researchers finding that job characteristics such as task variety, autonomy and feedback were positively associated with job satisfaction and motivation, while monotony, low autonomy and lack of feedback were linked to feelings of alienation and dissatisfaction. Another study conducted by Cox and McFadden explored the experiences of alienation among workers in a manufacturing plant in the US. Through interviews and observations, the researchers identified 4 dimensions of alienation: powerlessness, meaninglessness, isolation and self-estrangement. This study highlighted how these dimensions of alienation contributed to workers' feelings of disillusionment and disengagement from their work. And finally, Sauter et al. In 1990 conducted a comprehensive review that examined the relationship between work stress and employee health across various occupational settings. The researchers found that factors such as job insecurity, lack of control, and high job demands were associated with increased levels of stress, anxiety, and depression amongst workers. These findings suggest that feelings of alienation in the workplace can have significant implications for workers' mental and physical well-being. Overall, research on alienation underscores the pervasive and detrimental effects of capitalist work structures on workers' well-being, according to Marxists, and highlights the need for transformative approaches to work organisation and management that prioritise human dignity, agency, and greater solidarity. That concludes this Tutor to You Sociology topic video on work poverty and welfare, looking at the impacts of alienation. Thanks for watching.